I'm trying to decide how I want to start this. Today, we're gonna have a vulnerable chat, okay? I have a lot of things that have been brewing inside of me that I've been debating on like how I want to share and just things I've been thinking about, and I feel like it's kind of been impacting like how I'm showing up here on my channel. And so in 2023, I have the goal of growing my channel and showing up more authentically myself. So I figured, you know what better way to get started than to just show up and have a vulnerable chat with you and tell you where I've kind of been at and kind of the direction that I want my channel to go this year. So let me get my coffee. Oh my gosh. You want to know my like latest thing? It's not really like healthy or whatever, but I don't do coffee every day because I don't want to get like addicted to it. But it is coffee, and then you put some milk on the stove in a pot, add some brown sugar and some vanilla extract and whisk it or like froth it, and then mix it in to the coffee. Oh, it's like a great homemade creamer. Anyway, coffee aside, let's get started. I don't even know what I'm going to title this video, but I'm just going to start talking, and I'm just going to trust that the people that watch this video, even if it doesn't get like a lot of views, that the people that watch it are the ones that are meant to see it, and that you are my people. You're going to get it. So I guess let me just go back and start like from the beginning. So in like late 2019, right after Ella was born, I started this channel because I had this vision for talking about natural motherhood and like crunchy mom stuff, because I've always been natural and crunchy. And so I wanted to make a channel for other crunchy moms. And so I started posting videos about, you know, like cloth diapering and like oral microbiome health and my birth story and videos like that. And then in the beginning of 2020 is when I started switching my diet from like vegan to following more of a Weston A. Price nourishing traditions diet. And so I decided to start documenting that journey and sharing it. So I made several videos all about that transition. And those videos are the most viewed videos on my channel. I'm sure that a lot of my community has found my channel through those videos, which is awesome. Finding like a nourishing traditions diet, Weston A. Price diet, like it really did help me understand and like get a better grasp and be educated on how our ancestors always ate. And it helped me realize that like some things that I had been taught by like veganism or whatever weren't necessarily true. And it also got me way more interested into the world of like ancestral living and becoming wild and like rewilding and getting back to our roots. And I have always loved nature. I've always been interested in herbs ever since I was like 16 years old, and like natural remedies. And so anyway, I'm sure that a lot of you found my channel from my nourishing traditions content. Maybe not all of you though, maybe some of you found it like from my parenting content or in other ways. And I would love to hear how you found my channel if you want to drop a comment below and tell me. So that was in 2020 when I started sharing about that. And, you know, I got pregnant with my son and I followed a nourishing traditions diet like all throughout my pregnancy and everything. And I talked about that some on my channel. And lately, I haven't been talking as much about the food I eat and stuff. And it's not because I'm like not following a nourishing traditions diet anymore, but to be honest, I feel a little bit burnt out about specifically this health space. I feel like every time I get on Instagram, every account that I follow is talking about like raw milk and sourdough and eating liver, which is great. Like I'm so glad that nourishing traditions is becoming more like mainstream and very popular. But like I want to be unique. I want my channel and my content to be unique. I don't just want to like talk about the popular trendy topic at the moment. And when I started talking about nourishing traditions, it wasn't trendy. And so anyway, all that, I just got kind of like burnt out talking about food, if that makes sense. And I had kind of felt like I built my channel on one of my pillars that I talked about was food. But I found myself like not wanting to create content about food. And so this kind of left me with like oh my gosh, well, what do I do? Because for some reason in my head, I just have this picture that like everyone that watches my channel is only here for the food content and not really for the other pieces of content. And I don't think that's true, like, but it just in my head, like, I have to kind of fight those thoughts, you know, because that's like what my mind tells me. But those videos do the best on my channel. So anyway, that's a little update on that. Another thing I want to talk about is how, kind of going along with feeling burnt out about the health space, I feel like because crunchy living is kind of trendy right now, which I'm glad, like, don't get me wrong, I'm happy about that. All I'm saying is that the health space has changed a lot. I feel like, especially on Instagram, there's a lot of judgment, there's a lot of negativity, and honestly, it really turns me off. I unfollowed so many health accounts because I was very turned off by, like, any negativity. I am a multi-passionate human being. And this is kind of where some of the dilemma comes in for building a brand. Let me just give you a little peek into the business side of Tori, okay? I want to build a brand of natural motherhood, and I built it on 3 topics: nourishing traditions diet, respectful parenting, and herbs and natural remedies. However, I have always been extremely multi-passionate, and I shift gears and interests very quickly. So this is just part of my personality, and I know that there are other people like that, and some people aren't like this. But I get interested in a subject, and I go all in on that subject. I will research, read books from the library, like stay up late at night watching documentaries. I research hard on whatever subject I'm interested in. It could be something deep like herbalism, or it could just be like needle felting, learning a new hobby. I go in deep on it for like a couple months, learn everything I can, extract all of the good juicy info that I want from it. A lot of times I share about it with you, like on my channel. I make content about it because I'm really into it. And then I feel like I learned about it and my interest moves on to something else and it shifts. And because I'm that way, it's very hard for me to build a brand because kind of this narrative that's going in my head, and that a lot of people in the entrepreneur marketing space say, like, oh, you need to pick a niche, you need to niche down so you can find your direct target audience. But the reality is I can't niche down because I am multi-passionate. I'm like a human with so many different interests, right? In 2022, like in my personal life, my focus was not on learning about nourishing traditions. It wasn't on learning about herbalism. It was mostly on like self-development and overcoming all of my fears and like changing my mindset and doing mindset work and stuff. And so you probably kind of noticed that reflected a bit in my channel. I didn't really share any personal development things, but I kind of stopped talking about food. And for a couple months there, like when we moved, I just didn't really make videos because I didn't know what to talk about, because I felt like I kind of boxed myself into these 3 pillars, when in reality, I'm so much more than 3 pillars and my interests are so much more than 3 pillars. It all centers around motherhood, and like natural living or conscious living is more kind of what I prefer now, but I am not ever going to really fit into a box. Wow, I feel like I just like ranted for like 5 minutes and I don't really even remember what I said. And so I guess I just want to, in 2023, and I just wanted to kind of talk about this, like give myself freedom to just show up authentically me, even if that isn't necessarily the smart move for how to build a channel quickly. Like, even maybe I could build my channel in like triple the time if I just talked about Weston A. Price diet and nourishing traditions, but I just wouldn't physically be able to do that because I can't talk about topics that I don't find riveting in the moment. Like, I can't genuinely come on and be excited and like creative and passionate to share things with you if it's not lighting me up at the moment. That's just the way my personality works. And so I'm still going to be making food content. I'm not like giving up on sharing about like a nourishing traditions diet. In fact, I wanted to film like a what I eat in the day this coming week. And I also want to eventually film a like how I found raw milk and how I found a farm here in Austin. But I guess wanted to come on and be transparent and like let everybody know that I'm a lot more and my interests are so much more than just talking about raw milk and liver and sourdough. And I hope that that's okay. Like, I'm trusting and I'm hoping that the people who are multi-passionate like me, the mothers who are like me, who are trying to be conscious in every area of their life, not just food, but also with how they parent, with conscious about how they were raised in their past and reflecting onto like how their mindset and how they're consciously or unconsciously living in the present. And also keep talking about like the natural remedies and being conscious about what you're putting in your children's body. Another thing I'm really interested in lately is like German new medicine. It's super fascinating to me. And so I've kind of been like diving into learning about that and how like emotions affect us. And like unfelt emotions can be the root cause of disease and sickness, and just how interesting that is, and how it really goes along so well with the whole narrative of conscious parenting, where like we want our kids to feel their emotions, and kids naturally do feel their emotions. Maybe we bring disease onto ourselves as adults because we don't feel our emotions, and we should be more like our toddlers, you know? I don't know. So these are just the things I'm contemplating lately. Another thing that I'm super interested in is philosophy. I am like very philosophical, and I don't really have anyone in my life presently who is also philosophical and willing to ask deep questions about what they believe in life and like consider other perspectives. That's been like a huge journey for me in the last couple of years, is like trying to figure out what exactly I believe, and like how becoming more conscious and living more consciously crosses over into the field of belief too. And that's like super vulnerable for me to share because I've never talked about this before anywhere on the internet, really. And yeah, not just assuming that maybe what you were taught as a child is the ultimate truth, but researching and listening to your intuition, looking at history, what our ancestors believed, considering other perspectives and things that haven't yet been discovered. I know that that's like a thing that people can be very triggered by, so I don't know if I'll ever actually make content about that, because I just want to be very open. Like, I don't really care what people believe. I just want to be open and like non-judgmental about everything, because the reality is like nobody really knows. So that was a lot. What can you expect in 2023 for my channel? Well, like I said, I'm going to keep making content occasionally about what I eat in the day, or definitely still make health content. I have a great series planned on oral microbiome, oral health, dental health. The other night, I took some time for myself, drew a hot bath, and planned out like 13 content ideas for what I want to make in the next upcoming months. So I'm really excited about that. One thing that I am going to start trying to do, I'm going to go ahead and say it, hold myself accountable to you, is that I'm going to try to start posting twice a week. I am going to try to post a vlog or a more lighthearted, casual video. Those will be like what I eat in the day, just like what we're doing in a day, going around Austin, like, you know, me interacting with my kids. And then I want to have a sit down and chat video like this one. Also once a week, probably on Fridays. I really want to take this seriously and find the people who resonate with the message and the things that I'm sharing, and just like build community and like help inspire mothers to become conscious in every area of life, whether it's health, whether it's your mindset, whether it's what you believe, whether it's how you treat your kids when they're sick, how you parent, the communication and relationship you have with your partner, like how you relate to nature, all of that. Like that's who I am. That's what I'm interested in. So that's what I want to share as an extension of me on my Wild Mother channel. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a like. Every view, every like, every comment means so much to me, makes my day. I always respond to any comments that you guys leave because they just mean so much to me. Your encouragement and your thoughts and like your input mean the world to me. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram if you want to. It's at Wild Mother Life. You can DM me anytime. I'm always down to chat or answer questions, and just like hear from you and get to know you better. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Stay wild. Bye.